Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News. The students in a civics class at the Attleboro Community Academy recently got out of the classroom and took part in advocating for legislation on Beacon Hill. The Attleboro Community Academy is a program that provides an alternative path for struggling students to earn a high school diploma. We spoke with teacher Kendall Reingold to learn more.
What I've been really excited about with my civics class here is the opportunity to do an action civics project, right? For us to not only learn about how the government works, but to get students really engaged with the social issues in the world around them and to help them understand that they can make a change and then actually to go through that process authentically. I took after the model of Generation Citizen, which is a nonprofit organization that tries to structure a way for students in classes to select an issue that they care about, narrow it down to something tangible, and then design and implement a project to actually carry it out and make a small difference in the community. So some issues that students came up with that they cared about, for example, included school improvement, improving the roads and infrastructure around that, and gun violence. And they decided as a class, they came to a consensus that gun violence was an issue that they were really passionate about. So from there, they conducted research. We looked at different root causes of gun violence and different ways that states and communities have tried to address it. And ultimately, they came to decide that advocating for the passage of House Bill 2092 in the Massachusetts State Legislature would be a way that they could make a difference. House Bill 2092 is designed to close a loophole in the existing background check legislation for gun purchases. So in 2014, Massachusetts passed a universal background check law by giving access to the national database to check for criminal background checks. However, there is a loophole in that legislation because private gun sellers do not have access to that federal database, and so they're able to sell guns without necessarily always doing the background checks that they should be doing according to that law. And so what this law does is it closes that loophole, and it's something that the students felt was a good idea out of all the different gun legislation we looked at because they felt like this was something that is actionable. They felt that this was something relatively straightforward. And something that is focused on a particularly tangible issue related to gun violence. The bill is currently in committee, and so what the students want to do is to advocate for senators and representatives in the state legislature to prioritize it, right, to push for its passage. So we've looked at the whole legislative process and learning about how so many bills do get stuck in committee and that it's really important for people, constituents, to reach out to their legislators in order to prioritize the issues that they care about the most.
So my name is Tanapon Alaska, and I'm currently a senior in ACA. At first, none of us really cared for it, but the more research we did on community topics, the more we got engaged. We found emails and phone numbers of the state legislators, and what we did was we emailed them about our problem, and we told them why it was important to us and important to other teenagers and families. So we did hear back from David Linsky, and he said that it was a great topic to choose. And he provided us with more information about the topic and how much more we could learn. I would say going on the railroad definitely teaches you more about non-academic stuff and how you as a teenager can make a change in the real world other than just school and doing things for yourself. It really captures the visible light of life and how we live today versus just a regular old day.
The purpose of school is to prepare students for life, and I think that especially as a history teacher, so often it's easy to see our subject matter as completely removed, from what the real world is. But the truth is that history and civics is so connected to our understanding of being a good citizen, being an active member of our community. And I think that it's really important to experience that firsthand. Students learn by doing, so it's one thing to teach them about the three branches of government, to teach them about the legislative process, but it's a whole other magical thing to actually see the students taking part in that themselves.
That's it for today's update. You can watch all of our content by visiting our website, DoubleACS.com, by downloading the DoubleACS mobile app, or if you have a Roku, you can search for the DoubleACS Roku channel. For DoubleACS News, I'm Auston Ricketts.